Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is Life's a Road Trip. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts on my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a while ago, and the world has completely changed since then. So, as I'm reading, if I encounter anything that's out of date, I'll just give you the most recent information. And at the end, I will summarize the topic based on all that's going on in the world today. I also have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Life's a road trip. Life is a multidimensional road trip. Others' lives interweave and intersect with ours, but our navigation is purely our own. Life is not predestined, although there are certain landmarks along the way. Your route is innately your own. We have some free will to navigate. We have the choice to step out of fixed patterns and to go towards or away from certain patterns. What we don't understand, at least not early enough, is that every thought, word, deed, and action can contribute to your journey and can have quite an effect years down the road. There are no mistakes on this road trip. It doesn't matter if you go left or right or stand still. It's all good. It's all part of the life experience. Your parents manufactured your body and gave you driving lessons, but it's up to you to make your trek. At some point, you may find their information is no longer pertinent. Just because they thought you should have your master's in social work does not mean that's a definite stop on your path. Your siblings, friends, other family members may have opinions and even kind advice, but they're not driving your car body. They all want to keep intersecting and interweaving with you, which can be lovely. It's not lovely when it restricts your growth. Sometimes you're stuck in a traffic jam, or you've hit bad weather, or on a long, boring stretch of highway. And then it's hard to own that you are the navigator and the driver of your life. It's interesting to look back after getting through those periods and see how everything came together precisely to create the crisis or hitting bottom. You may feel you couldn't possibly have chosen to go through it, and yet everything unfolds. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Things get better. Often more perfect things evolve out of very imperfect circumstances. So if you're at that part of your journey and you feel like you've been headbutting a brick wall, don't feel too bad. Keep headbutting or stop headbutting. It will change. The people who say that there's no free will are not acknowledging that they are both their personalities and their expanded selves. Personality is really just part of your car body vehicle. It's what makes the experience fun. As your expanded self, consciousness, you see where you are now and the road ahead. When you are lined up and in agreement with you as consciousness, everything flows easily. Even if sucky things are happening, it still feels like things are okay. Making choices as your expanded self is really the way to go, unless you prefer to detour to the wrong side of Chicago or head to the Florida Keys for the next hurricane. There are no mistakes. It's all good. This week, just relax and enjoy the ride. So I've actually used this analogy for my being able to detach from my kids and their choices in life, because I manufactured their body, but their road trip through life is between them and their higher selves. And they've created routes that I wouldn't have chosen for them, but they've all led them to incredible experiences. They're both self-made men in ways that I couldn't possibly have imagined for them. So the same thing for yourself is that your road trip through life is between you and yourself as consciousness. And so when you realize it's a road trip and that the itinerary can be changed, it just starts to be a whole lot more fun to navigate. So if you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends and on your social media. And also click on the link below and subscribe. And that way you're telling YouTube to share these far and wide and get this out to someone who really needs to see this information. And if you want a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the skybox technique. It'll give you the consciousness perspective of your life. And if you want some manifestation techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is my self-study program where you can learn energy techniques to create very potent change in your life. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. There you can learn about my individual sessions where I take a look at you as consciousness and what's going on in your life today. And I can answer any questions you might have, whether it's about relationships or money or job or living situations, what's coming up in your future. And I can also talk to dead people, and it's all recorded just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, that is how to navigate your life as consciousness, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a good preparation for my coaching special where I work with you one-on-one and give you specific consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.